Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'll be bringing you once more Terraria. Oh my god, third video. Oh my god. Now in this video I'll be building you a mage tower, and just before I start building, the fucker I have Cthulhu attacked me, but he ain't shit for nothing once you got hard mode gear. Now, as I said, I'm building a mage tower for you guys. Now the original design for it, as you see me building the base, it was huge. It was huge, it was ugly, it was not what I wanted. So I originally did make a change. At first I was doing some sort of large base with a skinnier middle with a large top, because I saw pictures on Google of like fantasy towers and stuff, so I thought, they look cool. So I saw a running theme where the base is slightly larger, then they have a slightly skinnier middle, and then they have a slightly larger top, similar size to the base. Now, I took this out the complete wrong way and blew it out of proportion on extreme levels, and I ended up making the thing huge. Now that was the biggest mistake on my behalf, because in the end I didn't like the first design. The first design was really ugly, it was gross, it was big, it was too bulky, it took up too much space, I didn't like the way it looked on the map. Like, if I was better at building, then yeah, I would understand that like a bigger build like that can look good, but I really had no clue what else I was going to do with it after I built the original shell, so in the end I just tore it down. Now you can see on the screen right now, this was me building a shaft, and you can see how big it is. This thing was huge, and I kept making it bigger. That was my mistake. It kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. If I really tried, I could have made it go to space, and in the end it looked like a shitty version of Stampy's treehouse. Now Stampy had the right idea. He built this huge treehouse, he had it full of rooms, it was full of life, it had everything he could want in it and everything he could need in it. It was his one big base. I did the wrong thing and made it big when I only needed something small. So in the end I went from this big bulky design to a more skinny, slim, medium to small size design, I would have thought. I'm producing a lot of saliva, so sorry if you can hear it squelching in my mouth, and I'm still a bit ill. So yeah, if you can, like, if I swallow or something like that, that's because my body's building up a lot of fluids for some reason. Now, as you can see, this was me bulking it up. You could see how big the design was already. It really didn't need to get bigger, but in the end I just scrapped it. I got rid of everything. I didn't like it. It was too big for my taste. I just wasn't satisfied. I thought that wasting so much time, I spent the best part of like an hour and a half out the 2 hours I had to build this thing, because I did originally have longer, and I did build it like relatively fast, and I didn't get both designs complete the way I wanted them to. But to be fair, I never think I'll get satisfaction out of building something, because I'd always want to change it some way. So in the end I just tore it down and made a brand new design, and I like the second design. Now, before any of you go into the comments and start screaming at me saying, you stole this design, you stole this design, no I didn't. I know there are two very similar designs to it. That's the exact reason I took those two designs. I took the blocks used from one of them, and I took the roof from one of them, and I put my own spin on it, because I just wasn't satisfied with the way it looked. So I saw their designs, I saw how nice their designs were, so I took my own spin on that. I made it mine. So don't want any of you baby raging guys in the comments be like, wah, fucking cry about it. No, it's not stolen, it's my own unique twist on two different people's designs. If I find out who those people were, I will shout them out in the next video, but I'm gonna have to go find those posts again, because it was on Reddit and fucking Tumblr, so I'm gonna have to go find it. And actually, if you know who the original poster was, can you just put that in the comments for me, because that would save me a lot of time. But apart from that, yeah, this is the second design. I think it's already off to a much better start compared to it. I still had the huge base, but I made it much smaller in the middle. And I started by using stone slabs, I think it is, stone slabs and stone brick. So I tried using a bit of variation in the block instead of just doing it all stone brick. And the first design used like over 800 blocks of stone brick, where this second design only used like 200. So I did something that looked so much better and so much more material effective that I would have saved myself easily an hour of just resource collecting. So this design you're seeing right now is by far my favourite. I started off just by building the main lobby bit, the main room, and the next bit you'll see me moving up to like the middle and then the top of it and the roof. This is me building the middle after I built the main 2 rooms at the bottom. I really did like the outcome of this design. It was a lot more what I was hoping for when I was like thinking of building a mage tower, and it was actually much better. It did turn out more like a medieval tower than a giant fucking crystal ball made out of stone. So this design is sleek, it is sexy, it is everything I could have wished for. And I really did like the way it turned out. Now the roof on it at first, when you see it, that shit was ugly. I didn't like it, and in the final design it was changed. And I did add a balcony to it as well, and I did decorate it. I loved the way I decorated it though. Gonna say myself, I personally loved the way I decorated it. The outcome of it was really nice. I used a variation of backgrounds. I used glass to make background windows. I put platforms down, put books in it for like shelving. I had bookcases, I had dressers, I had beds, I had chests. See, look, this is the roof design. It wasn't really nice. It looks like the sort of like hair you'll find on like a middle school girl in some 58-bit game. And I didn't really like it, so I did change the design as you're about to see, and I did make it a lot nicer. But back to what I was saying about the way it's decorated, to me it still feels very empty. After the people moved in, it did feel a bit more full of life, a bit more like full. This was the end design. I like this one so much more, but at the same time, the design that I went with just didn't feel right to me. The first one didn't feel right. The second one felt so much nicer, but it still feels so empty. It's missing so much. I feel like I could have filled it up so much more. I used beams, I used brick, I used wood. I was trying a lot of different things. That roof design there was like the 8th roof design you would have saw. And it's so much better than the rest. I like it so much more. And the whole design of it, the whole look of the build is so much nicer than I thought it would ever turn out to be, and I'm really happy and proud with the way it came out. It's really been like great fun building and making these videos, and I'm glad I get to make them. Now here's a final look over in normal speed, so you can see that's my attic. It has all my chests, it has my heavy workbench, it has bookshelves with books in it, like I said, to make the windows more full. That's the bedroom, the balcony, the main room. That room with the grandfather clock in it was meant to be the seating room, but in the end, I'm pretty sure I don't see it in this bit, but I did put something on the wall there at the side to the left. And then there's a seating room below it. That's where someone else moved in. We had the dryad at the top, and then the dye trader at the bottom. And then there's my crafting bit at the bottom where the main lobby was. And yeah, that's the entire build. Now, I really hope that you did enjoy this video. It took hours to make, and I'll see you in the next one.